Hello and welcome to Dreams and Wings, and welcome here to Iguazu Falls, a stunning location for this video, and this is the latest release from Cli4D Designs. So a big thank you to Clifford for giving me the opportunity to fly it and show it to you in this video. It's an incredible environment, and one of the things that Clifford is really good at doing is creating these kinds of worlds for us to explore. Iguazu literally means big water, and it certainly is. It's one of the biggest in the world and a fantastic area to come to in a helicopter. Get in some flying practice because there's plenty of places to hover, have a close look at. There's some helipads, and it's always great fun doing that sort of thing in an environment that's as beautiful as this, let's face it. And I can see Clifford's put a lot of work into it. So we're going to be taking the Taughanger H500C, a really nice helicopter. I love using it for doing this kind of exploring. It's a real seat of your pants helicopter, and just a sheer pleasure to fly. And this is a wonderful repaint by Team HH that's on flightsim.to. Anyway, without further ado, let's get in the helicopter. You've signed the insurance waiver. Let's get going. Okay, here we go. Here is our beautiful helicopter. We need to quickly prep. So round here, and it's just a very simple removal of the items. Quick look around here, everything's great. Let's duck down here. We're going to have a quick check for squirrels. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, those squirrels are always looking for somewhere to hide their nuts, and they love an engine bay. But no squirrels here today, so we can close all that up. And then a quick look around here, and everything's looking good. Check the tail rotor. Yeah, that's all looking fine. Happy with that. She really is a beauty, isn't she? Love this helicopter. Okay, let's get on board and get going. Now, the first thing I will say, and I will say it now because I think sometimes people leave comments. They wait to leave a comment and then they just leave the video. I am sitting in the left-hand seat. Let me just reset my head tracking. And let's reset the position here. There we go. I'm sitting in the left-hand seat. Taug has got it absolutely right. This is where the pilot in this H500C utility type helicopter would sit. In the OH-6A military version, which I need to fly some more of, he sits in the right-hand side. Yes, I know it is normal for a helicopter pilot in command to sit in the right-hand seat, but in this particular type, he often sits in the left-hand seat. And if you don't believe me, just do a bit of research. Go onto YouTube, have a look at some videos of the 500C in action. There's some fantastic footage of tuna boat pilots, and you'll see he is sitting in this very seat here. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get going. So I'm just going to make sure that my physical controllers are set up. One of the important things is my Virpil collective. Right, let's just move that, and then there, and then that. And you can see as I rotate the throttle back where my idle cutoff clicks. That's not far off. I'm just going to check that again. Let's do that again. There we go. Perfect. Spot on. Okay, so I am now going to move that back. There we go. Put that on the lock there. Let's have the battery on. Ignition key on. We'll have position lights and anti-collision lights on because we're going to start whirring around metal. Quick check here, that's all good, and reset that. Okay, start pump on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick look over here, and our circuit breakers are all good. And then I'm going to look down here, and we'll start with the starter, and we'll get cracking. Checking the TOT. That is acceptable. Holding the starter on. now alive and running herself. Keep an eye on everything. That is fantastic. We can go Jenny on now. We'll put the pitot heat on. We don't really need it, but we are going to be flying through through some moisture. Yeah, that's all good. Happy with that. I'm going to wind on the throttle and we'll hear that engine RPM warning go out. There we go. So we've now got full juice. I'm going to take us up to 104% on the RPM. Hold. That's all good. Let's reduce it back down now. This is all a test, by the way. There we go. Warning comes on. Back up again. And we're good to go. Okay, so here we go. I always find I have to dial in a little bit to this helicopter, having been away from it for even if it's just a week or so. But should be fine. Nothing to worry about. Famous last words. Okay, so let's stick back a little bit and raise the collective ever so gently. Just reverse off. Come this way and head on our way. Look at that. So first of all, we're just going to go around the back of it, and then we're going to come back up the Devil's Throat, as it's called. Quite spectacular. As is always the case, all these little details that Clifford puts in is what really brings it to life. So as I say, don't worry, we will be coming back. See that little platform down there? So much little detail, and we're going to what looks like a not quite perhaps a theme park, but definitely a park for the area. Just double checking my map. Yep, that's all good. So again, this is something that Clifford has added in. Have a look. Now we're having a bit of fun looking at scenery, but this, as all these kind of flights are, is practice for me as well, because in trying to show you the scenery, I'm having to handle the helicopter, doing some slow flight and all that kind of stuff. Just move along here. Looks like a little amphitheatre there, doesn't it? Let's just drift over this way a bit and see if we can get a good look out this window. There we go. Yeah. Guess there's somewhere to have concerts, maybe hold talks. We've got what looks like a reception area there. I'd love to know if you've been here for real. Leave a comment. What did you think? Is this does this feel very close to the real thing that you saw? Always love these little details. And the nice thing is, the easy thing to do would have just been done the falls, but Cli4D has added these extra features, including that park. Okay, let's now move over this way, where I believe we have a should be a little helipad. I don't necessarily think it's going to be obvious that it's a helipad, but we're certainly going to go there. This looks like a hotel. What I like about this is Cli4D describes it as it's not just a visual upgrade, it's an immersive journey, and that's very true. You can practice flying helicopters around here for ages and just be into it. And you can even get out and go and have a look. But this is it's quite nice. Let's see if I can just look at the map. Where's that? So it looks like there's a landing pad somewhere over here. Possibly, might not be obvious, but let's have a look. If it's that grass there. No, I think it's actually behind us. Okay, let's have a look. It might be because I use yeah, it's down here. That's it. Okay, I've got Bijan seasons going as well, so it could be the trees are playing a little bit, but let's have a look. Obstacles. There we go. Okay, now listen. We can keep this between us because I know you wouldn't do this in real life. But get rid of those nasty dots. Let's go have a quick look. How I always forget that this isn't like a first-person shooter and we can't suddenly run. But look, I can see people over there. They're all saying, "What the hell is going on?" Some weird Englishman has just landed a helicopter in our car park and is now coming up, peeking over the thing. Oh, the ladies having a swim. It's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Okay, quick before someone pinches the helicopter. You see what I mean about an atmosphere? I mean, it's crazy when you actually think about it. That here we are in a flight simulator. You can land your helicopter, you can jump out, you can go and have a walk around the resort. Love it. Oh, let's keep away from there. Yeah, safety first. Okay, let's go. Okay, quick check of the map. So this is Gran... Oh, I'm going to have to move the map over here so I can actually see it. Gran Melia... is that right? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I pronounced that right. Yeah, maybe. Gran Melia Iguazu. Maybe. Anyway, we're here. And we've just landed in their car park, so I hope they won't mind. But that is marked as a helipad. So maybe more on that area, actually, to be honest. I've probably landed a bit too far out. But, such is life. Right, let's have a quick check of the map. Apologies for twisting your neck up there, but I'm just making sure that we're going where we are meant to go. Yep, okay. Right, let's go. So obstacles are trees all around us, nice and simple. Let's lift. Wind is on the nose. So just very simply hop over here. Keep climbing. Avoid these big trees and then whisk around. And here is our other resort. We can have a little peek at those falls. Aren't they magnificent? Colour of the water. I love the way Clifford does rocks and cliffs. Really nice, really realistic. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So we've got another resort. I wonder if they've been warned. Watch out for the crazy Englishman in the helicopter who's flying around everywhere. Be lovely, wouldn't it, staying here, taking a walk in the evening down to the falls, having a look. That pool does look inviting, doesn't it? Again, this is all good practice for me, handling the helicopter. Actually quite selfish of me, really, isn't it? Making a video to show you scenery and actually I'm practicing helicopter flying. Let's have another look over here. That pool is beautiful. Beautiful. They all seem to have run inside. Obviously they did tip them off from the other place, so they've all run inside. Perhaps they think it's the paparazzi. Okay, let's get down into the ravine. Have a look. So what we have here is custom animated waterfalls, handcrafted 3D models with PBR textures, enhanced ground textures, roads and elevation fixes, improved helipad and additional points of interest, which is what Clifford has put into it. So there is quite a bit. It's an interesting destination. There is an airport nearby, so you can fly into here in something bigger if you wanted to, and then maybe take up something smaller, a bush plane or a helicopter. Right, let's concentrate a second, Roberto. The Devil's Throat, I believe this is called, coming up here. There's the detail of the water coming just down the side there. Forward. Remain in control of the helicopter at all times, and we'll just do a right up here. Goodness gracious, I left my Discord on. I can't do anything about it because I'm flying a helicopter. Isn't this just beautiful? Keep walking forward. I can't imagine how much time and work goes into getting all these bits and bobs in the right place. It can't be easy. Literally creating a world where everything has to look right. and in proportion and in place. Got a walkway here. How lovely. Okay, let's get back down. Watch out for the, was that a flamingo? A flamingo that was very quickly on the verge of turning into flamingo tenders. Had he come anywhere near my rotors. Okay, here we go. God, I love the colour of that water. I can't tell you how hot it is in my room right now, and even though that water is simulated and virtual, I could very easily jump in it. It would be nice. Right, let's take a walk down here. Remain in control of the aircraft, please. Interesting little this is what I'm talking about, these little bits of detail here. Little falls, and then this area over here. Isn't that beautiful? These rocks. Wow. Just concentrate a second and not get carried away. Let's rotate. The local health and safety representative must be thinking, what the hell is going on? Who is this idiot? Suddenly flying this helicopter around our beautiful location. So we've definitely got a viewing platform here. Let's have a closer look at this. Nice little area there. By the way, while I remember, because I'm getting a bit carried away with the scenery, we do have a Discord, and the Discord is in the link down below. So if you're into helicopters, warbirds, general aviation, and you're on Discord, then come along and say hello, and we will see you there. It's an interesting little spot, isn't it? Viewing platform there. I guess that's some kind of a maybe a control area for the park, to keep an eye out on things. Okay, let's get back down. With a controlled descent, please. No chucking it around like an idiot. Don't fly helicopters and you're thinking of getting into flying helicopters in the sim, I can absolutely recommend. I might not be able to talk while I'm flying it, but I can absolutely recommend the 500C. For a start, you get two in the pack, as it were. You get the OH-6A military version and this H600C, but it's a really good way of learning helicopter physics, and it's a real seat of your pants helicopter. There's no autopilot or modern stability system. You've got to hand fly it, and it teaches you how helicopters work. So here we go into the mists of the falls. too close. We'll now lift out. Wonderful. Love it. Let's have a quick skip round, just because it's always fun after doing that sort of thing, just to have a bit of a blast. Interestingly, we are now in Argentina, and that's Brazil just over there. The falls are kind of between Argentina and Brazil. So I'm just going to come back round again. Give them a bit of rotor slap, because who doesn't love a bit of rotor slap? Another flamingo there, just coming to say hello. Oh, nice speedboat. You got everything here. Okay, time to take us back. So let's quick check of the wind is negligible. It's always interesting descending over water when it's not particularly rough. You have to be very careful that you don't do something silly. Watch out, pelican, flamingo, whatever you are, pterodactyl. Pterodactyls feed off the squirrels. The reason why you have to check for squirrels when you do your walk around, because you don't want the pterodactyls coming after them. What am I talking about? Concentrate. Well, that was interesting. My joystick, which is mounted, screwed onto an extension, suddenly decided to twist loose then, so that just added to the landing pleasure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that flight. I hope you enjoyed the scenery. Big thanks again to Clifford for giving me the opportunity to show it to you. I love practicing helicopter flying in places like this. It just makes it so much more interesting. But it's been wonderful having you along on the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.